Hello everybody, it's me the Geek Daddy. We're back with another video, and this time we're looking at Train Sim World 6 because the long awaited remaster for Great Western Express has arrived today at time of recording at 10 AM. Dovetail Games dropped the Great Western Express remaster update, a free update if you own Great Western Express, and if you don't, I highly recommend picking it up. We are going to take a very first look at this for the channel. I've not looked at it yet, I've not played any of it, it's brand new here on the channel with me, the Geek Daddy. We are going to take our very first look at it. Now, other people have looked at it, I'm sure. Tintin obviously did a video yesterday, a very good friend of the channel. He did a video and streams yesterday. Other ambassadors had their hands on it earlier. I'm not an ambassador currently, so I don't get early access. I have to wait just like the rest of you. So, having waited and it's now being here, we're going to get straight into it. Let's press the button and load right in. There are scenarios. Obviously the old scenarios are all there, but I believe there are some new ones to do with cargo line there as well. Much more. There's lots more ready for us. We'll look at those in a stream or two later on, but right now we're just going to run a timetable service. Diesel Express, Great Western Express 2017. This is the timetable we want here. Obviously that's Diesel Legends, that's the original timetable, and this is the new one. You can see by the fact that there's various layers. In fact, looks like he's given us updates on both those timetables, but we'll run the 2017 timetable. Here's our available locos. Class 37, 350-1, 166, 47, Class 220, and so on and so forth. I think it would only be right to run a class, a high-speed train, perhaps, or an 802. I think given it is the remaster and it's modern day, or as modern as we can get, it makes sense to run a Class 802. Let's do that. We will of course run other locos as well over the course of several weeks, I'm sure, as we play this. So let's run the 802 from Riviera Line first of all. A half an hour service. Royal Oak carriage siding to Reading, Reading TCD to Reading, Reading to London Paddington, London Paddington to North Pole Depot. Let's do Reading to London Paddington. It's a test service, so they're not full services. At this point the trains were being tested apparently, so we'll do that. We'll run a test service and then we'll run a full service with the 166 or the HST or something else. We'll have a go at that. Here we are, 1Z17 Reading to London Paddington on a test run. There are unbranded First Great Western liveried HSTs. Now I have downloaded a livery pack from Creators Club that should add delivery onto those. I think if we go into settings, it might be enabled. If we apply that, I wonder if that will apply it then to those or whether it will wait to be loaded in. It hasn't applied them. So if we restart the service, hopefully those liveries will load in and we'll have actual branded FGW First Great Western HSTs. We will see. We'll see if it does it. It might not. Oh, we've got GWR ones now and an intercity. Okay, fair enough. The intercity liveried one is just leaving. A little bit of lag there. There's 166 forget the keyboard and we press 8, we can fly over and see what we've got at Reading. Obviously we've got the 802 there. We've got a GWR HST. We've got an Intercity liveried one for some reason. We've got a Voyager as well. And then we've got this 166. Yep, 166 as well. Okay, right. Let's get underway, shall we, in this 802. Make sure our lights are on. Everything else is ready to go. We are under yellow, but we'll just get underway. A 166 is just coming the other way there. Well, that might be a 165. There are 165s, obviously 166 and 165 very similar. That looked like it was numbered as a 165. We'll double check that. We do have a red signal. What does it say? Wait for the signal to change. Okay. The route is looking a lot better. And not that the original looked bad, but this is now looking a lot better with upgraded bits and pieces, lighting and what have you. We've got the catenary there, but we've got no overhead wires. Whether that is a bug or it's meant to be that way, I'm going to spad if I'm not careful. We don't want that. So we do have the overhead wire infrastructure in place, but we don't necessarily have any cables yet here. Now whether that's a bug and they've not been included, or whether it was a case, I think it's right. I think that is the case, that in 2017 they hadn't quite put all the overhead cables in. Something to check, of course. I'm just waiting for this signal to change. have got a yellow. The signal has changed. Let's apply some more power and move forwards. Right, we're now underway. We do have yellows, so we do have to be careful. This, of course, is just a test run. The lack of overhead cables is proving a little bit problematic for me. I am trying to find out whether that is the result of a bug or whether that is as it was. We are speeding. Let's just slow down a little bit. 2017, I was sure that the cables were all in place, but okay. And we now can go up to 125. HST coming the other way. That didn't look like the livery's been applied, so I might have to restart the game in order for the livery I've downloaded to actually be put onto those trains. Although, if there's a setting, UDC, if disabled, UDC livery will not be used for AI trains. So that's enabled, meaning that they should use the Creators Club liveries. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's try and accelerate all the way up to 125 as we make our way to London Paddington on this test run. That looks very, very good. Upgraded lighting, the 802, all of it. We will, of course, do an HST run, but we're just doing the 802 test for now. We will do a much more extended look over the next couple of weeks with streams and things as well. There might be some more videos from me on this route, as there were with Riviera, and of course there's always the possibility of doing more Train Sim World videos as well as the usual trucks and tractors. Up to 95 now. We've got 166 or something there in First Great Western, debranded First Great Western livery, but the colours are right. Very strange. We've got a GWR licence, but we don't have the FGW licence, but they're the same company. I'm not familiar with exactly how the licensing works, but you'd think, given that it's the same company, we would be able to use the branding. I don't know. It's something you would have to ask DTG about, I suppose. Somebody at Dovetail knows the reason why. They may even have talked about it and I've missed it, but there we are. Sailing through this station, I can't remember which station it is. By the time you see the video, I'll have remembered and put that on, so there we are. almost at 125 now. Do an outside view and we'll get, well, yeah, get some blurry textures just coming into play again. It seemed to be a core issue rather than a route related issue. It happened on a couple of other routes as well. For the most part though, it's looking very, very good. Let's just release that. And I've done this journey many, many times now. On this exact unit, not 103 or 013, maybe. But we have done many, many runs to London on an 802, so. And HSTs as well. So, all good, all good. We do have rain, which is appropriate because it has been raining down here as well. Get those wipers on. Are they working? Yes, they are. They're intermittent at the moment, but we can put them on full. If the rain gets worse, we'll just come off the throttle and cruise at 125. The HST passes that. Typical that we would be on our way into London and the weather is apparently getting worse. Another 66 there. Yeah, I really expected to see some overhead cables. Quite surprised that they're not there. There we go. There are some overhead cables now, but I had thought that they were further along. And then they'd stop. Yeah. So they're there a little bit and then they're not and then they are. So I don't know what's going on with those. Very strange. Okay. I suspect that that might be a bug. Two yellows and a red, so we do need to come off the power. Quite a bit of lag. A little bit of stuttering and lagging there. It was loading in quite a lot then. But It did it. That's Slough. I recognise the station there. We might be able to get away with accelerating up to 125 again. It's green, yellow, yellow. So let's see how we get on. Accelerating back up to 125. Only 14 miles to go now. Ooh, bit of a pause. Only 14 miles to go now. We do have double yellows and a red. I mean, we're doing all right. Like another one, another class 66 pulling containers. We're just going to sail past on this line. And just gone over there. Let's start to slow down. Every time I go to slow down, the signal doesn't change. Oh well. Seeing lots of 66s as well today. Brakes have applied there. I didn't hit that soon enough. And that is because I picked up my coffee. Just to go to show that your attention span need to be on the train at all times. You are going to get stopped. I do have blurry textures in the cab now. Hoping that they'll correct themselves. I didn't look to see if I had all the layers put on. I assume I just do. So we'll double check that. We now just need to wait for the brakes to release. Which they haven't done. Right, okay. Everything gone a bit blurry in cab. Which is making it a little bit tricky to press the button. It hasn't done anything. We are trying to get our train moving again. Let's put it to max brake. And put that back in. There is a restart process, of course. Yes, okay, thank you. Why are my brakes not? That is in forwards. Okay. Yeah, everything's gone very, very blurry. It's making it very tricky. We've got no power because the pantograph is down. Which we don't actually need, do we? Because we're not under pantograph power. Oh, Right, okay. Let's take that down again. Drop that, thank you. Where did you come from? I'm sure she wasn't there before. Interesting, right. So we had an emergency brake thing, and then the brake now will not release. So, that's... reset the game physics. Let's do it. Master key in. Reverser. Set up our lights. Release our brakes. And we should be moving. Why are we not moving? Okay. Our brakes have gone and we are unable to carry on moving. Yep, that's ended our run. So our test run has not ended well. I didn't hit the AWS quickly enough, and as a result we are not able to continue for some reason. Even after resetting the physics, the train is saying nope. I have released the brakes, so I don't know what's going on there. Right, anyway, we will jump to the main menu. We'll quit that. We'll give it another run another time. We're going to look at another service. We'll see what else we have available to us. So obviously we have the Great Western. That's been updated as well, I believe. Had some bits and pieces done on that. Then we've got the 2016 service that's been updated as well. It says Class 165 GWR free car. And then, of course, we have that one with all of those, which is the one everyone's doing because it's the one with the most stuff. 30 layers in there. Let's have a look at the layers. GWR Intercity Service, Static Diesel Legends, so Class 08 Mark 1, Mark 2 stuff. Circle and Hammersmith line, which uses the Isle of Wight 2022. Central line, which uses West Coast Main Line South. London Underground, Great Western Railway Intercity Summer Services. District Line, Salisbury Services, South West Trains that uses Midland Main Line. Then we've got Rail Tour in May and June. So there's different things throughout the year that you will see. Rail Tour, GWR Networker Services. So that's, yeah. Freight, Class 66 of course. Mild Main Line London Overground. Heathrow Connect, using West Coast Main Line South London Euston to Milton Keynes stock. IET Test Services from Riviera Line. Freight Class 66 and HKA. Night Sleeper Services from Preston Carlisle. The Night Riviera Service. A parliamentary train, that's interesting. West London Line, so Southern. Freight, more freight. HST Farewell Rail Tour, it says not owned. That's showing up, but it's not there yet. It's not been released currently, but it's showing up. It's saying not owned. XC Class 220 Cross Country Railhead Treatment Train Rail Tour. The Woodham's Phoenix, August-September. Just trained BR Mark II F Pack 01 apparently. Freight Class 66, again lots of freight services, Piccadilly line, and so on. Let's have a look. And what are the let's have a look at the Voyager services. They are short services, empty stock moves, so they're not really worth looking at the moment. Okay, let's have a look at the 166 services. Okay, let's run an HST service. Let's have a look at those. Creators Club, First Great Western CM weathered apparently. Yep, cross country blue grey. So I have downloaded a few, some of which I haven't made any myself. Okay, First Great Western CM weathered. Let's have a look at that one. I've just downloaded that one recently, so let's have a look. Old Oak Common, empty stock moves, lots of empty stock moves. London Paddington to Reading, 6:28 in the morning. That'll be dark. Let's do a later one. Let's have a look. Bristol Temple Meads. London Paddington to Bristol Temple Meads, 7:58. Let's try that one. Okay. So here we are at Paddington. Right. In a livery, which obviously I've downloaded. That has now loaded into AI services as well. First Great Western livery. Now the problem being, of course, is that both those trains are now 43009. Yeah. That wouldn't be the case in real life, of course. Artistic license, we'll call it. You could, of course, do that livery and remove the number. So obviously on this unit here, the numbering is here, but you could just do it without numbers. Still, it is looking very, very good. The First Great Western liveried unit. Right. I'm not going to muck about anymore. There's an underground service there. Nice. We will get everything sorted on that. Unlock those. Get the lights on. Turn that on. No, turn that off. I'm going to do this way because I don't want the vigilance pedal to activate. So I just want AWS like so. Like that. We are now ready to go. I believe we should be loading passengers. The doors haven't opened. Oh yes, they have. Just that one there. That's not a passenger door. That's why. They've done good work on this. I believe they've probably done this on a PC and then dropped it onto Creators Club in order to get those swirly lines. I don't know. Anyway, so here we go, all the way down the platform towards Paddington Station, the concourse. It doesn't look very busy. I know it's early in the morning, but that is still, and we can go right in. Obviously the underground station there. In that area now, of course, is a load of shops and what have you, and of course there's a Paddington shop there. I don't know that Paddington has been included. He's usually under the clock in real life. Right, I'm stuck. Right, I want to go over there. In real life he's there, but instead we have the dovetail donkey in place of where Paddington would be. Amelia's not going to be happy about that. Right, fair enough. Okay. Jump back in the cab. Let's get underway. Lock the doors. Release our brakes.
Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads.
Let's accelerate out of Paddington then on this service. Up to 40 we can go. My camera is a little bit back. This livery does look nice. I mean, I'm inclined to keep it because it is a nice livery. But whether it's in keeping with the time period, 2017, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'd like to think by 2017 they'd phased it out and it had gone to the GWR green. But somebody decided that they liked that livery so much they put it on Creators Club. So yeah. So we do have, this is obviously reskinned from Island Line 2, whatever you want to call it. 484 had been reskinned to be used on the London Underground services. I'm going maximum speed. Now there were a few routes that were updated today as part of the remaster being released. I'm still waiting for patch notes, and I believe it was Jason that just given me those at time of recording, of course. So whether he's got information from somewhere, I don't know. So, I have checked with Jason. It is in the GWE remastered article, the reduction in Xbox routes. But if you haven't had a chance to read the article or haven't found it, obviously thank you to Jason there for giving us that information and for me to relay it. Yes, but there is more detail about what's changed and about updates and things in an article that is up on the Dovetail website, so go and have a look at that. We have 33 miles to go to get to Reading. We have another unit, I think that's heading out as well. It looks like it's going the same way as us. I'm going to keep the throttle open, I think. So, obviously, at this point, 2017, all the work and everything that was happening to Old Oak Common, all the upgrading work and everything, is still ongoing by the looks of it. Not as complete as it is now. So, what livery is that? Not sure what livery that is, but yeah, interesting. Accelerate up to 100 as we make our way to Reading. Reading. Oh, I do like the sound of those underground units. Very nice. Great work. We're just sailing through all the station. Of course, I'm sure there's going to be some of you that go, oh, what about Elizabeth Line services? Well, Elizabeth Line didn't open until 2022, so you won't see that on this remaster. Whether they will do something to implement that at a later date, I've no idea. I don't expect so. But yes, if you're wondering why there's no Elizabeth Line services, it is literally because the Elizabeth Line didn't open in 2017. And I have checked as well, the why is that is as it was in 2017 as well, not in full use and not fully in place. The fact that there was some sort of missing bits, I think that was just a loading issue, I'm not sure. But yes, apparently it is as it should be. So okay, 166 service, I think there. There's the 08. Just quickly spotted that sat there as well. We are still accelerating it up to the full 125. We've got greens all the way, although AWS just decided to ping me for some reason. No idea why it did that, and then it was happy to just ding. I have no idea. Right, we are headed for platform 9 of Reading. We are almost at 125 miles an hour. $22 miles left. I'm going to knock those miles down quite quickly now. Oh, okay. Not sure what happened there. We got a very brief and very rare look at the inside of an HST unit. Oh, well, okay. Struggling ever so slightly. Probably because of the livery. I'm thinking just to make the game run smooth on this route, I might remove the liveries. As much as I like having custom liveries, I may just make sure that when I'm running this route, they aren't a thing. Speeding slightly. No secondsman with us this time, but for some reason we did when we were running the 802 on a test run, which failed, of course, because we broke the train. Speed up. We're going through what looks like Slough. Yes, it is. Only 14 miles left now. We are speeding along quite nicely. I don't know what I'm doing with the camera there. Sorry. We might as well keep the power on. We'll jump back in the cab as well. So just looking into the history of the FGW and GWR brand, at the point at which the remaster is set, which is 2017 on this particular timetable, the rebranding of First Great Western into GWR was well underway. In fact, it had first been announced in 2015 that GWR, or First Great Western, was rebranding from its FGW identity to GWR with the new logo and typeface and everything, and the green. And so by 2017 it was well underway. So the debranding of the FGW blue units, or the purpley blue and pink units, into green was correct. So there were, there would have been a bit of a mismatch of liveries as you're seeing. So obviously we've got GWR there and we're in First Great Western livery, which makes sense. It's exactly as it would have been. So there we are. Of course, the rebrand done by a graphic design company called Pentagram, based in London, and they came up with GWR's whole new identity. And of course now we're seeing a change of identity again, as Great British Railways takes over. Right. So yeah, it's gone a bit full circle, hasn't it? Right. We are 4 miles out, so I think we'll just set the throttle to idle and let the train come to a natural stop. We do need to slow down to 95 in around about 2 miles. So in fact we are going down to 95 and then all the way down to 60, so we will start to maybe look at reducing our speed. I'll just put it into initial for now. We'll get down to 95 by the time we reach that speed change. The AWS of course is alerting us of it. There we are. We are down to 95. In fact, we're below 95. But, it's not a bad thing. do need to get down to 60. I'm very close to Reading now. We've got various lines coming in to converge at Reading Station. I did press it. Whether it registered that I pressed it or not, I've absolutely no idea. The game did freeze for a little second there.
We are now approaching Reading.
We have announcements as well. There we go. So the team behind the remaster have implemented announcements, which is just fantastic. And obviously Dovetail have credit as well for that, because they've implemented it into the core of TSW6. Yeah, supplies are more braking. This is interesting as well. We actually have an officially branded shop in that we have WH Smith's, which I think now has renamed themselves as TJ Jones or something like that. But yes, WH Smith's exists at Reading. It hasn't been changed. And it also looks like, true to life, those escalators are out. They're out of service. There we are. Those ones are out of service as well, so it seems like all the escalators at Reading are currently out of use. So that's a thing. That has actually happened, I've seen it. Here we are, lock the doors. And we'll call it a day on that one. We got a gold medal. Yeah, not the best, but not the worst either. So there we are. That is our very first look at the GWE Remaster. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry we didn't get a full run on the 802. I'm not sure what happened. But yes, that's our first look. We will be doing more. And on that note, you may have realised that we are no longer doing Off the Rails with the Geek Daddy on a Wednesday. We have moved, and there was a video put out about it. We are moving Off the Rails to a Sunday evening slot. That is so that we don't clash with the various things that Dovetail puts out. They usually put stuff out on a Wednesday as well. So just so that we aren't drowned out by the bigger, noisier channels, we are going to move our time slot to a Sunday. A bit more chilled in those Sunday evenings, and you know, the end of the week, or perhaps if you are that way inclined, the start of a new week. So yes, ease yourself into a new week with a bit of me and a bit of trains, and we will see you 8 o'clock here on YouTube every week, every Sunday, all being well. I shall sign off for now, and I shall see you on the very next video. Take care, and bye bye.